Yes, 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 yes. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Fire born bad man. You guys already know Nikki Victorious here for Victorious Vibes. Hey, we are here. Eh, yes, we got the applause, people. We got the applause. So we are here for our seventh Victorious Vibes light interview with the Almighty, well, Almighty God, but we'll give him the Almighty Warzone forever. Big up yourself, big up yourself. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the Victorious Vibes light interview. I'm so glad you're in the house. I'm so glad you came through, and I have to give you your respect and flowers. You know what I mean?
Respect.
So Toronto, you guys don't know, I am aspiring to be the next Oprah with Oprah money.
Damn
So we
right.
are interviewing everybody, recording artists, chefs, entrepreneurs, business owners. Victorious Vibes will be doing great things, people. So big up yourself. So Warzone. What I usually do is I have what's called the Victorious Vibes Fun Facts Questionnaire.
All
And
right.
it's just a series of basic questions, nothing too personal or nothing like that, just to kind of break the ice and for people them to get to know you a little bit, you know?
All right. All right.
All right, so the first question is, where are your parents from? Are you from Toronto,
My
Canada?
parents are from Jamaica.
Jamaica in the house. All my
See?
guests say that. Okay, which part? Which part?
Well, my mom's family is from St. Anne. I'm not sure if she was born in St. Anne or Kingston. I
Okay.
know I grew up in Seaview. Then I moved to Mountain View. You know what I mean? I don't remember anything about Seaview. So the most of my childhood is from Mountain View, and then I moved to Portmore. My father, he's from Portland.
Okay,
Um,
Portland in the house.
yeah. So yeah, my bad. My great grandma is from Nepal, so there's a mixture of a little bit of Indian there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's interesting. Okay. So do you have siblings who are artists or entrepreneurs like yourself?
I got a cousin who could really spit, but he's just going through like ups and downs with mental health. You know what I mean? So
Okay. That's
that's just
important.
yeah, that's crazy. But I believe my I shouldn't say I believe. I can't think of another person, but I do know that my son and my daughter, they actually draw just like me, and they actually, my son raps and my daughter, she sing raps. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I
Okay.
had to say that because it's something I feel very proud of.
So sing rap. So that sounds like a different type of genre that may be coming about or that she may be
Yeah.
bringing about.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she rhymes and she spit flows, but she sings
But
it.
she sings it.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds very unique. I'd love to hear
Most
something like
definitely.
that. What she could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, your children are just like you, just as creative, just as talented, and
Yep.
just as ability, lots
Most
of abilities
definitely.
to spread forth. Okay. All right. So, do you have or did you have a nickname growing up, or was it always Warzone forever? How did that come along?
Well, my nickname, oh my gosh, I had so many nicknames, honestly. They used to call me Bull because one time I cut my hair real low.
Hey! You gotta watch it, boy.
I cut my hair real low, and they had like this steamroller thing. It was like a steamroller wheel, but on the wheel it's concrete on the ends,
Mhm.
and dudes used to go on top of it, and they used to like walk on it, and I
Mhm.
used to push the whole entire thing. So
What?
they'd be like, "Yo, bro, you're strong like a bull." So they used
Y-
to call me Bull.
yeah.
Lynx is a name that I actually gave myself. I have it on here. This is what I used to do
Okay.
when I used to do reggae, because I started with reggae. I used to go by
Okay.
Terra Lynx.
Interesting. You see?
And the funny thing about that is that I got in trouble and I had to stay in the vice principal office the whole entire day.
Uh oh.
And so I started reading books, and I started
Mm.
reading about lynxes, and I started connecting their ways with my ways, and
Mhm.
say, you know what, I'm gonna go for Terra Lynx. Because they used to call me Little Terrible, but somebody else has had that name. So I
Okay.
changed the Terrible to Terra and added the Lynx. So
Okay.
Lynx, Warzone came about because I was known as a troublesome kid, but I was misunderstood. I was just getting in a lot of fights because I was a quiet kid,
Yes.
and people used to always trying to pick on the
Pick on
quiet
you, the
kid.
bully, the bully.
And
Mhm.
then there would be like I would fight people to the point where they didn't want to fight me again. So teachers,
Mhm.
one teacher especially would just call me everything with the word war in it.
Oh,
War bus, war boat, war. She thought I was a warmonger. So
yes.
and then that's where Warzone came about.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
interesting. That's interesting. See, that's why I like to speak with my artists on the show because you hear different aspects of their life, and
Yeah.
that's pretty interesting to hear those different nicknames that you had
Yeah.
coming up, especially the bull one. I definitely believe
Right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And speaking of that, like a bull, you are like a you set like a football player. What is your favorite sport?
Me, my favorite sport. The thing about it is that I'm not very. This is gonna be surprising to a lot of people, but I'm not much of a sporty individual.
No?
But
Okay.
like I would say, soccer in Jamaica we call it football, right?
Right,
So
right.
yeah,
Okay.
up
So
here, yeah,
football slash
soccer,
soccer for
yeah,
the Jamaicans. Yes, yes.
yeah.
So do you have a sports team that you like at all? Favorite sports team?
I'm just gonna say Toronto Raptors just
Toronto
because it's
Raptors.
Toronto, you know.
Okay. My director might want to chime in on that one with Toronto teams and how he feels about them, the Leafs and all that stuff.
Have to go
That's fact.
there.
You know.
Yes,
Have to go
we
there.
had to go there. All right. So, would you say that you are more of an introvert or an extrovert, or a little both?
Uh, I think I could be an extrovert at times, but I think in heart I'm an introvert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. And what would your dream vacation be like?
I'm thinking it's like oh my gosh. Before the I would say a lot of different places, but I
Hmm.
always say Jamaica first. That's
Jamaica
just because I
first.
just love it.
You just love your homeland. I don't
Definitely.
blame you. I don't blame you. Jamaica's beautiful.
Mm.
Now, when in Jamaica, would you prefer to climb the mountains and have a little adventure, or would you prefer to sit on the beach?
I love the beach.
Hmm.
It's funny because I'm not very much of a good swimmer. I'm gonna learn that eventually.
Why is it? I don't understand. I have to bring up this point. Every single Jamaican, or
Yeah.
every person from the Caribbean, black people cannot swim. I
Swim.
don't understand that. And y'all from the islands.
Facts.
Y'all from the islands. I was born in Canada. My mom put me in swimming lesson. I can swim.
All right.
So if we go to Jamaica and y'all get thrown in the sea, I have to save you guys all the way from foreign.
Facts.
That's funny.
That's
It's just so
facts.
funny. A lot of people are. It's just so funny. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
So would you prefer on to the next topic?
Mm.
Completely different topic. Would you prefer an iPhone or an Android? What are you? iPhone or Android guy?
Man, I'm used to Androids.
Androids all the way.
I never use the
Androids
iPhone,
all the
so
way. Straight up.
that's what it is.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So next, would you say that you like to cook, or you would prefer having someone else do the cooking?
You know what the thing is? I used to love cooking. Honestly, man, let me. I hope you have time for a short story, but
Yes,
I used to
please
love
do.
cooking. It
Hmm.
used to be my therapy just as much as music was,
It is
and it's
therapeutic.
like I've been with this girl where she'd piss me off, and I'd cook a whole storm up. Like
Darn.
I'd cook a whole storm up just because she, just it helps me, you know. And then she's starting to realize, man, this dude's cooking up a storm every time when he's pissed off. So she's starting to piss me off even more. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
gonna say, I could imagine. How did that relationship turn out? Because I could just imagine she pissed you off just to get a good meal.
Right. That,
Wow.
in the end it didn't work out. And the thing about it is that because of that relationship, I started not liking cooking as much. You know what I mean? I
Mm.
can cook, but I think also in my previous relationship, the last one I was in, I got used to her cooking all the time. So I
Mm.
just kind of got lazy on the cooking a little bit.
Ah.
So, you know?
Okay. All right. So a little of both. You like to cook a little, but you like
Yeah.
someone else to do the cooking.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fair enough. That's fair enough. But I would have to say, if cooking really is your passion and you love to do it,
Mm-hmm.
still pick it up and do it. Don't let somebody ruin
Ruin it.
that
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you, and
True,
it's
true.
just sad because the negativity adds to
Mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm.
experience.
Yeah.
So just try, because cooking is very therapeutic. So
True, true,
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Mm.
All right. So what is the best gift you've ever received?
Man, I'm gonna have to think about that one. I've received. Well, you know what? In my younger days, I received a lot of gift. I think as I grow older, it's mostly like boxers and undershirts.
Yes, yes, those Christmas gifts, and you open up and it's socks.
You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? But
mhm.
there's a lot to mention. I mean, my sister got me a hat when I was about I think 16,
Mm.
maybe 17. I can't really remember. And the reason why that gift meant a lot to me that time is because around that time nobody actually gave me anything.
Oh
And
wow.
my sister actually went out and she got me a hat. You know what? I gotta say something too because I never
Yes.
said this. All of my sisters can sing. I forgot to say that.
Oh, that's
My
beautiful.
older sister, my middle sister, my younger sister, they're all great singers. I forgot to say
Beautiful. Okay, so big up to the sisters of Warzone Forever. Big up.
that.
Hopefully, we could see a collaboration
Right,
with the
right.
family. Oh my
And I have a younger sister. My bad. She could
Yes,
sing too.
she could
Yeah,
sing.
yeah.
So music runs in the family. That musical gene and that talent runs
Most
in the
definitely.
family.
Yeah.
Just to take it back a little bit more on that point, was your parents musical?
I think my dad was musical. He was mostly into like Burning Spear. I don't know if you
Okay.
guys know that, like old school
Old
reggae.
school,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, he used to write too, and I've actually found that out when I started writing reggae, and I was telling my dad, "Yo, listen to this or whatever," and
Mm-hmm.
it's like, "Yeah, man, I used to write too," and I'm like, "What? Like I
Yeah,
never knew this,"
that's
you know?
beautiful. That's
Yeah.
that's a bonding thing for you and your dad. That's
Hmm.
awesome. Do you have a grand routine in the morning? Usually, do you just get up in the morning and do whatever, or do you have a set routine for you and your kids to follow?
Uh, I go back and forth. I usually try to stick to a certain routine. You know, I'd get up and I'd do like a little exercise, and then I'd get them up,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to get them to do a little exercise as well. Every now and then it goes back and forth. You know what I mean? And also they're my children. I love them, but sometimes they don't want to do no exercise. You know
No,
what I'm
no,
saying?
no. The kids them don't want to exercise.
You know.
Usually not at all. Okay, so when traveling, do you prefer driving or flying when you are traveling?
I do prefer driving,
Okay.
even though it's very close to each other, but I do prefer driving, seeing the scenery and
Yeah.
even having conversations with whosoever is in the vehicle with you and stuff like that.
True. True.
Yeah.
And last question,
Hmm.
very simple.
Yeah.
Coffee or tea?
I go with tea.
Tea.
Hmm.
All right. Yes, people drink a ginger tea with your honey.
Is it?
Keep it. Keep it. Yes. So thank you so much. That actually concludes this part. This part of the interview with
Yeah.
regards to the Victorious Vibes Fun Facts questionnaire. So thank you so much for participating in that. Now we are just going to talk about, your music,
Hmm.
what's going on, what's next and new. Let the people them know if you have a new song coming out, videos coming out, or
Yeah.
anything like that. But I do want to go back to the fact that you mentioned
Hmm.
that you started with reggae music.
I did start with
If
reggae.
you could just highlight that a little bit.
Okay, so in high school, which is funny because how I started reggae was really funny. I was sitting in my class and some dude walk in and he's battling with another person,
Hmm.
and the crowd that they had around them, it was very like amped and everything. See all the girls surrounding this guy, and I'm like,
Yes.
yo, I wanna do some
Right? I
reggae
want
too.
in
You
on
know what I'm
that.
saying?
Hmm.
So I just started writing, but at first it was kind of like as a joke. I'd write some stuff that sound more comedic, and my boy was like, "Yo, nah, you should really do this because you're
Hmm.
really talented." Because
Hmm.
at first it was just a joke,
Hmm.
and then I started, following his words or whatever. Big up to my boy Forky Odyssey, by the way. I don't even know where he's at right now, but
Okay.
he kind of pushed me into this, doing the reggae, like really doing the reggae.
Respect.
And
Respect.
then, eventually I start clashing with everybody, like
Oh.
everybody over the school. Yo, come test Terror Links, and I was
Mm-mm.
just going at it. It was amazing time. I remember there was I live not live. I went to school in a place called Oberlin,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a place close by called Lawrence Tavern. It's like this big tavern full of different stores and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he just built up a strip club there.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my homies walked in there and performed the song.
Okay.
I'm telling you, like this older stripper was just dancing her
What?
ass off.
White it up herself. Hey, 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 hey.
I must have been like 15 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was an experience though.
That is quite the experience. And did
Yeah.
your mama know about that?
Definitely
No,
not.
She
no.
know now.
She know now.
She
Uh-huh.
gonna find
Yeah,
out.
that's
Facts.
it. That's it.
Yeah, man.
That's good though. So that's how the reggae part of it came in.
Hmm.
So how did you go into
The
the
rap.
genre of hip hop?
Okay, so I've always loved rap. The number one individual that made me love rap. I mean, I've always loved rap before this person, but
Hmm.
when I heard this person, it took on a whole nother level for me, and that was Busta Rhymes.
Big up, big up, big up. Yes.
I've always
Yes.
been, I've always listened.
That's right.
I've always listened to like Tupac, Snoop, Biggie, everybody that came before him. And then, once Busta Rhymes dropped, I was like, yo, this is amazing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I started messing around with it as well. So, from, hearing the Busta Rhymes. And then I started going back, like way back in time. I was like, what was in the 90s, listening to 90s hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
I started going back in the 80s and listening to like Big Daddy Kane and all of those people.
Yes.
So,
Hold
yeah.
up a second. Mind me asking. I like to intervene because it's from the earlier podcast on Down to Earth. Yo, it goes by what you're saying. You're a young cat doing this, and you've been doing it for a while, and you been doing your research. Right?
Definitely.
On the foundation.
Facts,
right?
yeah.
You've been doing it for a while, right?
Yep.
Okay, all right. And now it's 50 years of hip hop. Straight up, I would love it that more artists like you be doing that. Because
That's
why?
facts.
To have more preservation of the culture. You get what I'm saying? Straight up, good.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? I'm just being a realist.
Yeah, I agree with that. I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. And it goes back to saying with anything, you have to know where you're coming from to know where you are going.
Yeah.
And the fact that you mentioned Busta Rhymes in your inspiration, I can actually relate to hearing that in your
Yeah.
performance in terms of your speed
Yeah, yeah.
and how fast you can go. So obviously that you were inspired by Busta Rhymes in terms of is that how you were always in terms of your speed, or did that inspire you to rap faster and take on that skill?
How should I say? I remember, I think, because when I was growing up, it was in the era of Bounty and Beanie Man, right? And man, they used to go at each other.
Yes.
My favorite artist is Bounty Killer, by the way.
Bounty Killer, big up Bounty,
Yeah.
big up. Yes, Victorious Vibes.
Fun
Yes.
fact, that's the reason why my name has two R's in it, because Bounty Killer has a song called War with two R's.
Okay.
But I think it was a song by Bounty. I forgot what it's called. It's like y'all let me say them. Y'all let me say that them want it. They scare them way. And he was spitting fast on it, right? So I'm like, yo, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I start practicing, and then I start noticing certain words you can use instead that sound like double up, like the words are doubling up and
Right.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then, it's kind of like a study to me. And then especially hearing Busta Rhyme, I was like, yo, that's crazy. I want to do that. You know what I mean? So, but I think Busta Rhyme is on a different level, just like Twista. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure. I was gonna mention Twista
Yeah.
to say I haven't heard another artist like Twista or
Facts.
Busta really.
I'd like to interview one thing
Yes.
one more time.
Yes, our director?
Are you done researching, or are you still learning?
Man, I'm still learning. I'm still
Yes.
looking, bro. Come
Yes.
on.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Learning
saying?
never
But
stops.
on the real, there is so much to hip hop. There's
Facts.
so much groups. There's so much MCs from back in the day. You know what I mean? A lot. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying straight up. It's like history books. We know about Christopher Columbus and all them there. Why don't we know about our founders? You know what I mean?
True.
If you wanna like perfect the art, you get what I'm
Facts,
saying?
facts.
Exactly. Facts. Big up, big up. I completely agree with that in terms of how you incorporate that in your lyrics and whatnot. So speaking of lyrics and what's new? Do you have anything coming up or working on? New videos?
So, I mean, this year, I didn't really focus much on my solo project.
Okay.
And there's a lot of reasons why. There's some beats that I wanted to replace because I didn't own them. I didn't want some of them have samples and stuff, in which I'll probably use it anyway. But I gotta be careful too.
Yeah, respect for that. Respect for that, right?
But I've did a lot of feature this year. I mean, I'm on a project called Subway Bridges Volume 1.
Okay.
It's basically me and a couple of artists from different parts of the world. You have D Shaba from France, I believe. My
Big
homie Maro from Germany. My homie Rito from Germany.
Okay.
And a whole bunch other artists from just like different places of the world, right? I'm on that album at least 4 times, I believe,
Amazing.
on different tracks. I do features with my homie Chemical. He has 2 EP out. I'm on both of them.
Okay.
So I'm on respect. I'm on a
Respect.
song called Pressure, and I'm on a song called Rude Boy.
Okay.
I did features with J Swift, a song called My City with Iron Wind as well. And
Okay.
me and Iron Wind is working on a project called War Clouds.
Okay.
And then after that, I mean, honestly, I would love to drop my solo project right now, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel as if the more time I take with it is the more it'll come out the way I want it to come out. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
and when it does come out, it's gonna be between two worlds because number one, I'm a Gemini,
Mm.
right?
Big up to the Geminis.
You know, number two, I always feel as if like there's two sides of me because I mean, I could be very sweet and I can't be a mean person. You know what I mean?
Fire born bad mind. That's what we
Right,
love over
right.
here.
But when I feel betrayed, there's a side of me that can come out that just, I mean,
Okay.
God forbid, I pray about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
yes, we all do. We all
cause
do, and then bully bitches always trying to bring it
facts,
out.
facts. Cause we
Yeah.
try to live right. And I mean, that's the
Mm-hmm.
way to do it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Absolutely. So that sounds really amazing. A great body of work that you have
Hmm.
coming out or that's already out. Where can the people then find these particular projects?
Projects. Well, I mean, if you type Warzone in any platform, you'll find me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I mean, for my homies that I work with, you could find J Swift. It's just J dot Swift. My homie Iron Wind, Chemical is QEMICAL. You know what I'm saying? And Subway Bridges, it's a global hip hop subway.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know I worked with a lot more artists. I just can't remember
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah, I hear you. I
You know what I'm
understand that.
saying?
But
So
big up to everybody and respect to all the artists mentioned. If you
yeah,
weren't mentioned, I'm sure it wasn't purposely.
definitely.
But big up to everybody continuing in their victorious vibes in that way.
Yeah,
So that's basically concludes what's up and what's new and what's
yeah.
next for you in terms of projects and
Mhm.
whatnot. All
Definitely.
right, all right. Well, you guys heard it here first. I would like to let you know when you do drop your project
Mhm.
and you are ready to please hit up Nikki Victorious here at Victorious Vibes.
Definitely,
We will have a
definitely.
follow-up interview to introduce your project to the people then
Mhm.
and when it drops. And we'll also say, you heard it here first, people. You heard it here first. Yeah, man. So big up yourself. Warzone forever, people. Please let the people them know where they can find you on Instagram, YouTube, or any digital platform.
So I'm on Instagram as Warzone underscore forever. I'm on YouTube as Warzone. Is it Warzone Music? Either way, you could always type in Warzone with two R's. You could add an asterisk, so definitely find me.
Definitely fine. Can't miss. Hey, big up yourself. So thank you so much. I gotta say, I did a little promo highlight of you performing at the Toronto Community Housing event on
Yes.
August the 19th. So thank you so much for coming out and
Most
giving back to the
definitely.
community.
Yes.
The kids them were so excited.
Facts.
I had to post that and talk about yeah and how they were
Yeah.
just the vibes and the energy was up there. And you did an amazing job with the songs. The first two songs, both of them I love, which is the first one about what is the first one
Live
called?
Forever?
Love Forever.
Live Forever.
And then the second one, y'all saw me on that video. Everybody going crazy. Yeah, T dot. So big up yourself.
Yeah.
That is a fire track. That particular track, the second one that you did,
Yeah.
you must have been on some high energy when you wrote that. Tell me a little bit about
Oh
that
my
track.
god! When I heard the beat, I was like,
Yeah, that
I
beats fire.
right, and it's funny because the way how I wrote for it before was just going in like how I said welcome to my city. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like that. It was like yo welcome to my city, no, no. And then I was like I need to change it. And
Right.
then it's like I just took a break. I was just going through music, and the funny thing is I heard that song by Ace Hood. I woke up in a new Bugatti, and I
Okay.
was like that's the kind of energy I want on the
Yeah.
hook,
Uh-huh.
right? But also because of the way how Future be like, I got a little different hate, that would made me
Right.
feel like I'm gonna do the verses like that,
Mm-hmm.
welcome to my city, and just take
Mm-hmm.
it this, so it's a different contrast, and it makes the hook even better when it gets hyped
It
there.
does
You know what I'm
because you
saying?
kind of slow it down on a
Yeah,
calm and then
yeah,
it goes in on the hook.
right, right,
So I
right.
really love that track. You guys make sure you check that track out. What's the
Yeah.
name of it called again?
How we do.
How We Do. So make sure you check out that track, How We Do. That track is fire, y'all. Check it out.
Uh,
Fire. Is there anything else you want to add or let the people them know?
Man, I gotta big up everybody, all my squad,
Hey.
47 Ronin, that's another
Yes.
project
Yes.
in itself. Six Dot,
Six
you
Dot,
know,
big up to Six Dot.
My City Records, YMFR,
Yes.
and my own baby basically is DNA Entertainment. I always say DNA is eternal because that's the first thing I built
Love it.
by myself and my ex as well, but it's just me now. And my homie who's a part of it, Phase One, we've known each other for like since 2004.
Okay.
So technically almost 20 years. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
family.
Yeah. So
That's family.
that's the thing, and we always say DNA is the fam. That's the
DNA is a
reason why.
fam. Love it. Love it. Love it. It was a pleasure, Warzone Forever.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Respect.
Big up and respect to you as an artist, as a man, as a father, continuing on your journey, building up yourself, cultivating with your passion, your skills, talents, and abilities. You are a king. Never forget that. May God
Bless up,
continue
bless
to
up.
bless you,
Yeah.
and may God continue to light up this fire road that you're on. And I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of your success and following up with you here on Victorious Vibes. So thank
Respect.
you so much for coming
Thank you
through.
very much, man. Thanks
Yes.
for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome. And you made the 7th Victorious Vibes Light interview, and 7 is the
It's a
number of
lucky number.
perfection. So big up yourself. Number 7. So big up yourself, everybody. Thank you guys. You guys already know your girl Nikki Victorious. Stay tuned for continued light interviews, promos, and highlights from other events. Continuing to big up the people and Toronto. So make sure you subscribe to Victorious Vibes. Big up yourself. Respect.